Hey, we got a good one to unpackage today. World Supercross is in trouble, friends. We're going to talk about it today and potentially how Kickstart Kenny is involved. We got issues. Who's ready to do a little MOTO whistleblowing?
No, stop whistleblowing, Walt.
No, that's exactly what somebody's got to do. No more Karen and Snowflake reports. My gosh, it's insane. The watered down cesspool that we now navigate through, known as MOTO. MOTO has been compromised in a mighty, mighty way. Wall Street has entered the industry like never seen before. And so it's Walty's civic duty to let you guys know as we read between the lines and look between the MOTO cracks or ruts, however you want to choose it. Throw a tear off, get into the comments, jump over to WALTY WANDERS MX on Insta, do what you got to do. But today we're going to have another hard hitter. No sugarcoating it, Karen reports. This is the deal, friends. I saw recently, we're going to take a look here in a second. Most of you know, World Supercross last year when Eli and Kenny had a pretty good battle and you saw some other guys show up and race, it looked like this might be a go. They invited Ralph and Jeff to be the commentators. They threw pyro and chicks and music and all the stuff you want to see. And that was before Super Duper had to respond the way they did and come in and squash it a little bit. Well, that's exactly what's happening now. I believe World's in big trouble. But the bigger, I think, elephant in the room for me personally is, you see, they had their main backer back out. And that only means one thing. You ain't making money. You're operating it's one thing to operate at a break even. It's even one thing to operate at a small negative. But when you don't back out until there's massive bleeding, you're hemorrhaging dollars. And that's why they backed out. So supposedly they got a new backer, but here's the challenge. I just saw recently where they're already, and it's one thing if it's the day before the event and you still got seats available, maybe you start discounting tickets. They're already discounting tickets. That's not good. That is not good. I saw Super Duper discount some tickets, but that was probably clickbait. You saw a cheap seat way at the top of the stadium, maybe for $10 off. I don't know. But that didn't happen until right before the event. World is already trying to discount. That's the kiss of death. I mean, that's a sign of weakness. That you're better off just lowering ticket prices, whatever you got to do. But when you start advertising discounts, that's not good. But it gets better or worse, depending on how you look at it. It all circles back to our good friend, and no shade being cast here at Kickstart. Kickstart did a masterful job, a little bit of luck, but masterful job on resurrecting his career when it initially looked like lights out, pull the curtain, hang up the boots, it's over. You see, when you get ushered out by Honda for race, they used, I believe, now this is truth somewhere in the middle, this is my opinion, I believe Honda used this as an excuse to get rid of Kenny. The fact that he went to go do World, because you remember initially, Jetson wanted to do World too. In fact, he was slated to do it. Then all of a sudden, magically out of nowhere,
I'm having a passport issue.
No, when you got that kind of juice behind you, stuff gets done. Clearly, now we know. It looks like the organization was blocking riders. They don't want riders going. That's why we have Super Duper. Oh my gosh, it's so obvious now. But like I said, it gets better or worse. We're going to tackle, I believe, the elephant in the room. They threw an exorbitant amount, like I said, masterful job what Kenny did. He got paid a massive money, not by Suzuki, although I'm sure they pulled out their checkbook and they got a bunch of money in escrow right now that they're paying interest on to pay Kenny's salary or contract amount. Progressive came in. That was the main title sponsor. We already know, even though it's a Suzuki, he's not on the HEP team. He's over there on his own island. It's separate, dude. It is separate. He goes from his private plane to his private coach to his private pit and to the track. And that's how Kenny rolls. Everybody else is dirtbagging it over there and basically premier privateer equipment. Basically, I mean, because even Suzuki's factory equipment is barely above most people's privateer equipment. Ty Masterpool. Where's that guy go? Separate video. Forgot about our sneaky friend Ty. He's been lighting it up. Somebody's going to give that kid a ride. But you know what? He's garnished agent representation now that's probably looking at a lot of scenarios because everybody wants to get paid. But you got to be forward thinking in this game. You don't want to go for the money grab and compromise your ability for results. So be careful, Time Master Pool. The reality is this. I think World's in trouble. Strike one, you're discounting tickets already. Strike two, you lost your main investor. Strike three, I think you pinned a lot of the money on Kenny Boy. He was going to be the face of this thing. You thought he would bring ticket sales alone. Just the fact that you have a big star.
We've got Kenny Boy Roczen. He'll bring
it's not enough. Because if the racing isn't on point, if it's just another race where exhibition race is really what it looks like to me. Doesn't it look like that to you? It's basically an exhibition race. Nobody's going for broke out there. Now, Kenny only knows one speed, go fast, but he's also not going to throw it away to beat a bunch of dudes he's got covered in second gear. So, you gotta understand that. But the reality is this, I think strike one, you're discounting tickets. Strike two, or strike, however you want to look at it, in specific order, you lost your backer. In strike three, you paid a bunch of money. I think Kenny's been basically, he's the main billing. All the billboards, all the advertisement, all the marketing is Kenny. There's not one other rider in the shot. It's all pinned on Kenny, and he's laughing all the way to the bank. Now, he would love nothing more. Kenny would love nothing more to see World actually, and same with Jeff and Ralph, they would love it even probably more than Kenny, the way they got ousted out of the industry. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it, Ricky. What we're seeing now is Kenny Boy would love nothing more for it to go well. Because you know what? Kenny Boy, as much as he loves racing, he also wants to prolong his career. So if he could do an abbreviated season, maybe go race some worlds, select Supercrosses, continue to get paid. The dude's got so much money, he does not need to do a full series of outdoors, indoors, and playoffs. I can just promise that. He doesn't. In fact, that's going to be a strategic play moving forward for a lot of these guys. They're going to show up for enough races to qualify into playoffs, and that's it. Most guys aren't doing the whole series. They're going to try to manipulate the system, and understandably slow, because the system wants to keep them all under wraps. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy who wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. Shark-infested World Supercross. Welcome to the swimming pool. Big question mark moving forward. This is not how you want to come out. Unfortunately, it's not all your fault. Other players got involved and blocked you from being able to come out and do what you hope to do. It is what it is. It's just the way it is. In the meantime, Walty will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way. Because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there. Along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy this video. You're going to love the next video coming in your screen. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. I'll see you on the next video.